what is to be done. Next one is before going to the interview, first whenever you see that okay, this is what I have to apply for something, then first put few questions to yourself before interview. What are the questions that you can pose yourself? First thing, why did you choose this job? What made you choose this job? What made you choose this? Is it only because your desperation that you want to get into any job? Point number one. Or is it your financial status that made you to choose this because you are only looking at what is paid to you? Or third one, do you think that this well suits you? This is what the company. Are you more attracted towards the company rather than the role? Are you clear about the role? Do you want to be in this role? Because if you want to be in this role, what are your expectations from the role? Is it matching with your own drives, your own motives? Understand these things. Put these questions. Because why I'm saying this? Because when I talk to a lot of youngsters, some people, particularly in rural areas, whenever they complete their graduation or post-graduation, immediately they are in a hurry to get any job. So whatever comes the notifications, they continuously apply for each and everything. So imagine that they have applied for some government job based upon the least qualification, and obviously they will crack the job. And now they are in again a dilemma whether to take up the job that has this least qualification, or to wait and take up a job that will suit their highest qualification. So they will again be in dilemma, and some majority of them want to grab the opportunity because they don't want to lose the opportunity. But once they are going into taking up that role, maybe there may not be a growth way. There may not be a way where these people can grow. Then their academic qualification, their academic excellence, or their individual abilities do not have a way to be displayed or used in the job that they are doing. Then obviously there will be a huge disappointment, and they cannot get any job satisfaction. So understand why are you taking up this job? Because financial hurry or just cracking, just want to prove that you are trying to get something, you have cracked something, just because you are attracted to the organization rather than the role. All these things do matter, because getting in is maybe some way easy, but staying in and surviving in there every day counts. So that should be matching up with our attitudes, our qualifications, our core and soft skills. So think about all these things before. Then once if you have made up your mind that yes, you will apply for this, then first prepare a checklist. Read the notification carefully. Or read the advertisement, because some companies give that they want to recruit. They give their recruitment announcement either through newspapers or through online. Sometimes you just get by the word of mouth. You just know that there are openings in so and so company, you can apply. So you will just get a HR number or a HR account, mail account or something. Just will prepare your resume and you will send, without knowing what is the role and what are the expectations of the role, what does the role demand. Of course, with the name we understand what is the responsibility of the role, but every organization again has its own expectations from the company, whether even particularly about the timings. Just yesterday, day before yesterday, I saw a notification that they wanted a psychologist for some corporate company. Wow, I said like, okay, this is really great. Getting into a corporate company as a psychologist will be like a secured role for me rather than being a freelancer psychologist. But I had to go through the whole notification details. Then it was written like you should be able to work in 24/7 rotation shifts. So though the company is good, though the pay will be good, though the role will be good, though this thing again that may differ from my possibility of working schedules. So be clear somewhere, some point, even if it clashes, then we may not be able to take up, even if we get recruited. So please understand, if we of course we have to make few adjustments, we have to undergo some negotiations, we should adjust, should compromise on some things, definitely, but we should see that that point is in the range of our compromise things or not. That also we have to be careful. Then prepare a checklist of what are to be submitted earlier, what are the qualifications, what is the eligibility criteria, and if everything is matched, then then prepare a checklist. What are the things that you have to make ready? Like if they have asked you to scan a copy of documents before for verification, sometimes generally it doesn't happen. First they will ask you to send the resume, they will call you, they may talk to you, and first the interview goes, and then later they may ask you to send certificates for a checkup. Sometimes it goes the other way. Sometimes there may not be many rounds of interview. Sometimes it may be just a direct interview, in-person interview, where they may be asking you to bring some documents along with you for the verification. So they understand the interview process, and then make a checklist according to that one. Now, then what are the checklist, as what I told now, what are to be submitted, what are to be carried on the date of interview, and what are to be submitted before the day. So make a checklist and prepare all these things. Then what you have to do is prepare your resume properly, and then keep it ready. Then what you can do is do some research. Do some research about the organization. That is very, very important. You should know that what is the motto of this organization. Does it suit with your ideology or not? Everything may not match. You may not have 100% match, because because people are again different. Some people want their involvement to be increasing day by day in the organization, and they want to grow more horizontally, vertically, in all the ways possible in the organization. But for some it is just their role. They just want to do their role and just end up. That's all. So it's again dependent upon the every individual. But if you want to know about the other things, sometimes I'm merely talking about some small organization. Even if it is a big corporate kind of thing, nothing more than your own job will be under your control. All the rest things will be taken care by every assigned individual. You will not have anything to do with anything other than your job. But whereas when it comes to small organizations, because everyone may not get into a big organization as soon as they finish their graduation. Sometimes when they are a small organization, it is not just the responsibility of the assigned role. It is always something above it also. You may be involved in some other things also. Maybe in the way the organization grows, maybe the way the organization is made popular, is brought to different people. So this way, when it is a newborn company or newborn organization, or it is like some startup, then word of mouth also plays very important role. It's not like just you are working to the work that is assigned to you. You may be also expected to spread its existence, the information about its existence and other things. Then what are they working for? What is the goal of the organization? What is the motto of organization? What is the nature? All these things should also match with your ideology. Otherwise, you will not be you cannot do those things that are expected from you above your job. So we may not get every detail before going into the organization, but yet if it is a smaller organization or it's a budding organization, there is a possibility that you get this information. And if it is already well established things, nothing can be done regarding this. It's only that you should think about what is the organization, when did it start, whether it has its wings in other things also. Like some companies are there which are into IT also, which are into other production, which are into technology, not only technology, along with other automobiles or other things. So understand what other wings does this organization has, and how many places is it located, other active cities in which it is located. because later if you are asked to work in a different locations, you may be having an idea that whether will that suit you, or can you negotiate for any other location. So that will help you if you have a pre-hand information. And next one is ideology and targets. So what is the ideology of the organization? I mean, what is it aspiring for? So you should understand that one, that thing, and also its targets. Targets means here it's not like how much amount of turnover they want to do in a month. That nobody will tell. It's not targets is not like that. Where do they want to reach? For example, like some companies starting with a new product and they may hire you for something. Then you should know that where they want to spread it, or how much do they, what is their rivalry product, what is their competent product in the market, etc. This will help you. Then with whom are they competing, we will understand. So is that a competition, a small one or a bigger one, we will also have an idea. So this research done for regarding the organization will help you all in understanding this better. And also know about the stakeholders, who are they, because many products, many companies, if you see, it is not just one person or one company. It's like a forum. There will be a board, or there will be another forum that is again having a group of members or a board of members. So you should be knowing the name also, right? How can I'll just give an example. Like if you talk about Ashirvad Atta, so Ashirvad is the name of the wheat flour, but what is the company? It's in ITC. Okay, right, like that. So Hindustan Lever or Kevin Care, these are the products names are different, but the organization name is different. So don't think that I am telling very small things, but if it is for a student, it is important to know. And what is the basic things that we should know. We cannot always take for granted that people will know all this basic information. Maybe they would have never, their concentration would have never gone there. So it will be helpful. So if someone doesn't know, also let them know. Share the awareness. Whereas next, great achievements, because in the recent past or in the recent times, maybe these organizations would have achieved something big. They may be in the news. They would have done something great. Then you can be able to quote them, or when they say that what do you know about the company, including this information about the company, will leave in a very good positive impression. Otherwise, the story is like any crisis management. Something has happened. How did they tackle it? If you know about that, then if there is a chance that you can discuss during the interview, that will be really great. For example, like very recently, we know that Maggie has got this complaint on it, that it has its masala has something that has lead. So what happened? Everyone would have known this one, that it is a huge, big breaking news, and people started throwing Maggie packets outside. People started dumping all these things. Then what was the step taken by the company? Does anyone having here who is in the meeting? Do anybody have the idea that how did it react? What did they do to come out of this crisis? That's a big story. That's actually a very good crisis management case study. If you are interested in case studies of companies, that is actually a very good interesting case study during crisis management. So what they did was the global head of Nestle, they just said a wonderful thing, like that is the epitome of confidence that one can show regarding their product. The global head of the Nestle said that when I compare to my global sales, the sales of Nestle products, that too particularly Maggie in India, is not even of the sale of Nestle products in India is 20%. In that 20%, again Maggie sells for 5%. So it is nothing a big thing for me. I will stop my trade of Maggie in India, but I will not accept that it has led. Let me go for a court case. Let me prove in the court. Let me prove it the quality, but I will not accept the acquisition that it has led. So let me. Otherwise, if you don't want this product in your country, let me know. and I am ready to take this risk because financially it doesn't make something very big for me. So what his attitude, this attitude towards this crisis has given a lot of confidence in the employees, in the whole employee system of Nestle. That is how it also tells us the leadership quality. So when the leader is strong, when the leader is assertive, when the leader is very clear about his role and about his company and about the quality of the product, that gives a lot of confidence in the team also. So this is again a case study even for a leadership skill also. Then they could successfully win they could prove that their product is not having any other such things in the food. So they could show that it is not lead at all that is happening, and it's all a fake news or baseless news that has been circulated. So now again what happened? It continued its production, it continued its market, it continues its stake, and yet everyone is again accepting it. So why I told this? Because this is, as I told you, this is something what you know about our product. Someone asks, you can if someone went to the same company and they asked like, what do you know about our company or something, then you can say, you can narrate these stories that I have come up with this with this case study, and I found really great and exciting, and I could imagine that how confident can you be in a product and working with an organization which is pretty sure about its quality. So this is how you can give the narrate stories, or you can just tell about it's not like they don't know about company, but it's all about how much you know about their company will leave a positive impression. So we can also, if possible, we can also meet any people, any ex-employers or senior employees of that organization. If you have known, then you can know about its work culture. You can know how do things work there, and you can also discuss is there a good growth, what will be the other financial supports or other things, incentives that will be granted for the general employees in general. For the employees of that company, etc. That information nobody gives in the notification. Nobody gives it to the paper, but only an employee who is working in that organization can only give you this information. So, if possible, go and meet them or talk to them and understand about the organization a little more. Then prepare a common list of common questions that are asked in the interview. Everyone knows that. Where does an interview start from? The interview starts from tell me about yourself. So have you prepared the tell me about yourself? So understand that if you are trying to say that tell me about yourself, then from where are you going to start? Obviously, we will start with our name, then what? After name, what? After name, what? Are you going to tell about your academic qualifications? Are you going to tell about the place, the things? Or are you going to tell about what are you or why are you applying for this job, etc.? So you should have that proper structure of tell me about yourself. After that, again, the people will be asking some common questions. There are some common questions in interview like tell me about yourself, your work experience, and particular thing that everyone may ask about you in the common questions is why should we hire you? Why should we hire you? Or what do you expect from this job? What are your expectations from this role? Why should we hire you? What is the value addition that you can do to this company? So these are some common questions that will be asked, that may be asked by the interviewers. So if they ask you, as how just now we were discussing that there will be a lot of people with the same qualification, then why should the company hire you? Why should the company hire only you? How are you above, or how are you better than all the remaining people, that you should be able to convince them with that their role of soft skills will play very well. Your ability to communicate, your communication skills, the way you show confidence, the way you show the credibility in the things that you share with them will give the decision making, will help as a wonderful factor for them to choose you. Prepare for these questions, prepare for these things, and then if possible, with the help of your friends or any other group of people, try to create a mock interview. You may know that group 1 people who are applying for group 1 etc., they go for a mock interview. We can see a lot of videos even in the YouTube or other platforms. Videos will be there in this regarding this mock interview. So this will be very helpful, because you never know how much will you tremble, or how much will you fumble, or how much will you be confident, what is your body language, how will you sit in a chair, how will you face someone, how will you how fast do you talk or how slow you talk in such a stressful scenario. You don't know. So when you do a mock interview, what happens is your brain, first thing that you will understand about yourself, that are you actually a person who gets who gets this fear while talking to people, in particularly in this examining kind of scenario. In the normal conditions, we all talk very, very confidently. But what happens if it is an interview? We will first realize that how is our way of behavior. First thing. Second thing is, when we do this mock interview, our brain gets trained for this kind of situation. So when you are actually facing the interview, it understands all these things, that it understands. It does not feel any anxious, or it will not identify it as something which you don't know, because you have already practiced earlier. If there is no possibility of a mock interview, you can always do a mirror practice. You can just stand before the mirror, look at yourself, you will know. And looking at yourself and understanding this will definitely help you about how do you actually look and how do you actually behave. Looking into the mirror when you talk, you understand that how you actually look in others' eyes, because we can never know how are we. When we stand before the mirror and practice this, you will understand, and this will also add confidence.